You are for power-hungry politicians, and you knocks APC and PDP. So what is he trying to say here? He's knocking PDP and APC that they're owned by power-hungry politicians. Let's see what he has to say more. All right. The former Senate President Pius Anyim has said most of the political parties fielding candidates for the 2023 elections are mere platforms for powerful individuals to grab power at the detriment of the people. Anyim, a former secretary to the government of the Federation, stated this on Wednesday in his keynote address delivered at the 2022 Annual Political Parties Summit in Abuja. He attributed the recent controversies surrounding the presidential primaries of the People Democratic Party and the All Progressive Congress to their failure to operate within the norms of democratic principles. Anyim said the complaints of the G5 governors of the PDP is not that the party primary election was faulty, but that the pre- and post-primary processes did not guarantee justice to them. In APC also, the Christian caucus is aggrieved owing to perceived injustice following the Muslim ticket. Now let me therefore say that any failure to democracy starts with the political parties. In view of the above, I can safely say that the political parties in Nigeria have helplessly become a platform for powerful politicians to grab power at the detriment of the people. The expectation generally is that since the country has embraced democracy, its political parties should, as a matter of ideology, adopt democratic norms, right, in the administration and management of their party affairs. However, the lack of internal democracy in Nigerian political parties has become a persistent threat to the country's democracy. Various political parties have repeatedly failed to adopt and apply the provisions of their constitutions to all party members who are interested in running for office. Right? The ex-SGF, however, said there was an organized demand that political parties must not only see conduct of party primary elections as constituting the core of their democratic mandate, but must also enthrone social justice. Speaking on the use of technology for the 2023 general elections, Anyim backed the calls for the Independent National Electoral Commission to subject the bimodal voter accreditation system to third-party evaluation to ensure it met standards and integrity. The governor of Imo State, Chief Hope Uzodinma, called on the political elite to desist from inflammatory comment and canvassing of negatives that could stoke conflict and inflame passions. He said no one would gain from the consequences of such idle chatter. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba Akali, represented by the Deputy Inspector General of Police, Dan Daura Mustafa, said on no account should any commissioner of police allow a sitting governor to stop other political parties from conducting their campaigns. Now they break. All right? Now they break. So Anyim has said it, that the political parties are just platforms for very powerful individuals or individual politicians to climb, get the power, and take over the government. All right? And at the end of the day, they undermine the constitutions of the party. And he cited instance of the PDP. The anger of the G5 governors is the way and manner the primaries were conducted, right? And again, the way and manner they also went and then scuttled the plan to zone the president to the south-south. And he did not say that. But that is part of the party constitution anyway, that Anyim is saying that even the individuals, after getting power, they begin to undermine the party constitutions, which actually is supposed to provide for equity, fairness, and justice within the party before it is translated into the country at large. All right? That is why the G5 governors are angry. Then on the part of the APC, everybody is also angry with the APC because the Muslim ticket, which is against the party's constitution as well. There's supposed to be a Muslim ticket, a Muslim Christian ticket, Either the presidential candidate is a Muslim, or is a Christian with a Muslim as a vice presidential candidate. Unfortunately, APC decided to field Muslim ticket. All right, even though Tinubu is from the south, but Muslim ticket is a no-no to all Nigerians. It's a no-no to all Nigerians. All right. So what I'm saying here is that what Anyim is saying is that the political parties are just platforms for people to climb. And he's also saying here that they support the INEC use of the BVAS machine, but that machine should be subjected to third party for verifications and integrity confirmation before it is deployed for use during election, to ensure that it meets the required standard, is well calibrated, is well set, is healthy, and it's not going to it's not going to compromise accreditation process. That makes sense in a sane environment. But again, which third party are you going to use to do that verification of the integrity of the BVS machine that will not receive money from a nearby politician to go and compromise the machine? Nigeria is full of compromise everywhere, from top to bottom. That is the truth. And from bottom to top, compromise is so huge at all levels that you don't even know who to trust anymore in this environment. So that is what Anyim is saying. So the IG was also there, and also saying that all the state governors should ensure, as a matter of obligation, to allow political parties to have fair campaign atmosphere in their various states. Concurrently, what is happening now is that all the states are very toxic. They are not allowing opponents to have fair and free campaign rallies in their state. They start by denying them the use of public space for their rallies. And then they also go ahead to probably push up their thugs or use their government officials and tools to say they did not apply on time, and then they have to also to say they're ensuring security in the state, and then begin to harass the political opponents, like it happened in Maiduguri in Borno State against the PDP. It also happened in somewhere in Ebonyi State against Labour Party. It happened in Abia State again against Labour Party. It happened in Edo State, where the governor of Edo State refused to give Labour Party the Ogbe Stadium, Samuel Ogbemedia Stadium, to use for their rally. And the excuse is that they did not apply on time, and so did not get approval. They did not show that they were serious. Man. After Peter Obi called the governor of the state, Obaseki, and notified him of his coming. So it's quite unfortunate that the state governors are using their tools, the government tools they have, which is meant to be for public service, against their political opponents. That's also not acceptable. So I've got a few comments here. Somebody is saying everything Anyim said is true. Yeah, so everything Anyim said is true. What was hopeless Uzodinma doing there? Does he believe in democracy while sitting on someone else's mandate? What an irony. Or the Kwegu. This is a statement from an Igbo man. All right. So Anyim has said all he has said here. Another person is saying, Anyim, the G5 governors are not fighting for justice. Let's start with their states. Do they operate a true democracy in their own states? Secondly, they brought IU after sacking Secondus, not looking at the other side of the game because they felt nothing will make them fail. Can you imagine? Somebody saying you are one of them, but mind you, Atiku will fail. Atiku will fail. Atiku will fail. Even Hope Uzodinma too, his soul also a prophet. Is Saul also a prophet? No, now Saul is not a prophet. I get it. So this might not be governor. Make it there. Okay. Anyim is completely obedient. That is what we can take from here. So these are comments that we have. All right. This is what Anyim Pius is saying. And let's have your comment below as well.